I got a call from my agent, and uh, there was a major photographer who wanted to do a shot of me. And his whole thing was to get people jumping. And he wanted me to jump. And I thought, well, okay, major guy, why not? Why not do it? And he said, I want to do it at an airport. And I went, whoa, okay, that's a bit of a challenge. Airports are really fine to jump on, but when you land, that's a whole other bag. And I thought, well, okay, let me go out there, and I met this guy, and he was an amazing character, tall, very severe, very Eastern European, but the thing was, he knew exactly what he wanted to do. And I thought, well, this is an interesting guy, and he's an artist. So why not? Let's see why he would want to do a shot of me at an airport with an airplane. And when I went there, he said, okay, you see the plane, you see the tail of the plane. He said, that's the center of the photograph. And can we do a number of shots like that right over it and kind of emulate my arms, basically emulate the tail of that plane. And I thought, well, that might be a very, very interesting shot. And so when he finally sends me the photograph, I was stunned. I said, that's a mind. That's a creative, inventive mind. And this guy had it all organized. It was all available. And when I saw it, I said, that's going to be around a while. And yes, let me do it. And since then, I got a phone call from his grandson. And oddly enough, his grandson had gone to school with one of my wife's, Linda, classmates. So she kind of set it all up. We went over there, Linda and myself, and he started pulling out some of the most extraordinary shots I've ever seen. I mean, I was aware of this guy. And I had seen his stuff in various and sundry magazines. But once you got to his grandson's collection, it was a mind-boggling circumstance. And he and I just enjoyed each other. We had a lot of fun. We had personalities that were about humor. And Linda's daughter is humorous. She's done comedy. She loves comedy. And people love her comedy, and they love her. And so it all worked. And then he started pulling out the number of times I attempted this. and they were just a series of frames. And I had certainly remembered all of this, but I didn't remember the number of times I had done it. And that's interesting, Sean. But there are only so many times you can do a shot like that. And when he showed me all the negatives, I said, oh my God, how did I do all of that and land on the cement of a runway? Well, I did. So I was stunned by it. But the photograph itself, it makes a statement. You know, you see the mind. You see the mind of the photographer. I mean, the idea that he's got this V in my arms, he's got the V in the tail, and he's got me, Villella. I thought that's a man with a serious, deep sense of maybe darker humor. And that's the kind of guy he was. He never smiled, he never laughed, we never giggled our way through this thing. It was serious work. And he knew exactly what he wanted. And if you look at the photograph, you see my arms, you see the tail, and guess what? You see my left knee right smack in the middle of the plane's tail. I mean, so he had 4 V's in that photograph. And I think maybe we were the only ones sort of seeing that. But again, to me, that's a classic photograph.